Hey, Chuck here, my wife Paige. Hey, today I want to talk about traveling to Thailand.
You're my heartbeat, my silent drum that is kicking me till I'm numb. I wanna feel the love that James Brown did when he got standing ovations on his gig. I wanna feel free like a bird in the sky when he opened his wings to fly on by to the beat of my silent drum that is kicking me till I'm numb. When he opened his wings to fly on by to the beat of my silent drum that is kicking me till I'm numb. Oh.
I've got a lot of subscribers that ask a lot of questions about visiting Thailand, and I just thought I'd put a video together on what to expect when you arrive in Thailand. It's not everything to expect, but it's just a list of some things that people have asked about, and I just kind of compiled it all on a piece of paper here. So yeah, let's talk about coming to visit Thailand. So when you first come to Thailand, at the airport you'll find friggin' mosquitoes. You'll find the airport is a little bit different. A lot of the signs in the airport are in English too, just like everywhere in the world. It's pretty easy to get around. Inside the airport, they have money exchanges, and they also have ATM machines. My suggestion is to get your funds in the security of the airport. When you get money out, it's best to try to go to a bank or in front of a 7-Eleven or somewhere where there's busy to get money. But you can do all this in the airport. Also, if you're using your credit card, and I'm sure most of y'all know this, call your credit card company and tell them you're going to be traveling in Thailand, because you don't want your card to be denied, and then you'll find it very difficult to try to call back to the States from a Thai landline. Inside the airport, they have all the taxi services, limousine, buses, tour bus, vans, connecting flights, car rentals, stuff like that. Taxi ride, usually 30-45 minute taxi ride, you're going to spend less than $10, typically about $5 to go. It's very inexpensive to travel around Thailand. You can usually get a connecting flight, Phuket, Chiang Mai, Udon, usually cheap, usually right at somewhere around 1,000 baht to be able to go somewhere else from that airport, and it's easy to do. Tour bus, usually 250 baht, will take you all the way to Koh Chang from the airport. That's really cheap, or if you're in a group, you can rent a van. You also can get a tour guide, which is very inexpensive, and you get to do and find out a lot more things about Thailand than you probably would try to experience on your own. But you can get a tour guide there. Any kind of tour information, tour stuff, you can get there in Thailand. Hotels. Once you get to your hotel, they will ask you for a copy of your passport, or they'll ask you for your passport, make copies out. My suggestion is to have several copies of your passport. I mentioned this in another video. Also, take pictures of your passport and email it to yourself just in case it gets lost or stolen. You can keep your personal belongings in the hotel safe. Or you can, they have little safes down in the lobby, or you can most of the rooms have safes. You can put it in there. I would probably only carry a copy of your passport with your visa or with your stamp. Make sure you have the right pictures on your paper. The hotel accommodations, the bathrooms is probably not going to be something you're familiar with. Depends on where you're staying, and they do have Western style luxury hotels in Thailand. But if you're traveling around Thailand, you're going to find yourself eventually ending up at a resort in Thailand that has Thai style bathrooms. Now, resort in Thailand's not the resort in the Western world. Resort means something fancy. Resort is the opposite in Thailand. It's usually just a bunch of little houses, units on a piece of property with some decorations and stuff, usually Thai style. In the bathrooms, usually all in one. You can go to the bathroom, brush your teeth, and shower at the same time. Usually no shower curtain, shower doors, any of that stuff. But hot water heaters usually from, or hot water is usually from a hot water heater that's on the wall. Make sure you know how to operate that. You probably won't need a hot shower anyway in Thailand. Speaking about bathrooms, if you're traveling through Thailand, make sure you have plenty of toilet paper with you, because most of the bathrooms don't have toilet paper, and some of the bathrooms only have squatters. Just kind of a street style bathroom. Here's how you flush it. Yay. 7-Eleven usually has a handicap bathroom. There's a big gas station with 7-Eleven. They usually have a handicap stall with a regular toilet, but a lot of the newer 7s have regular sitting toilets, and then they'll have a section of squatters too. So I never really figured out the squatter. I don't think I ever will. Just something I'm not coordinated enough, I guess. Anyway, yeah, bring toilet paper. The beds in the hotels are hard as a damn rock. Not all of them. Thai people like firm. They don't like soft. What I want to show you is the bed. So the bed is normally like hard as a damn rock. Not much of a cushion. Just a piece of foam. I don't even know if it's foam. Might just be some kind of plastic, but anyway, that's the bed. A wooden floor, hard bed. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you. They're not going to probably bring you an extra mattress, so you may want to ask. Even if you ask the hotel, they'll always say, "Oh yeah, it's perfect." Everything's always yes. It tastes good. It's sweet. The bed is soft. The room, everything is perfect. So read the comment section where you're staying at. Maybe you can get information from there. But you need to be kind of flexible coming to Thailand anyway. But the beds are hard. Power outages happens a lot in Thailand, especially in Bangkok. Yeah, you might find yourself in the middle of the night with no aircon. It happens. You open your windows and then all of a sudden you're full up of bugs when the lights come back on. Usually the power doesn't stay off for quite a while, usually a couple hours at the most. But it does happen a lot, especially in the summertime when the air's running a lot. On that subject, bugs. There's a lot of bugs in Thailand. There's bugs that are crawling around. There's bugs that are slithering around. There's bugs that are jumping and flying. I don't like bugs. I don't like bugs touching me or crawling around me. But there's a lot of bugs in Thailand. There's a lot of certain times of the year or certain times of the month, you'll have termites flying around all over the damn place. Well, this is the end of our evening here. I need to take a shower. I'm holding this broken doorknob Hang on, maybe I can.
You broke it.
I didn't break it. It's a piece of crap. Anyway, these termites are, I don't know if you can see them. The bathroom light was on, and in the bathroom in Thailand, there's always an open window. So normally there's a screen in hotels, but this one's not. So I'm on my computer. I was like, why is there bugs flying around my head in my room? So I need a shower too, and the bathroom turn the bathroom light on. It's full. I'm not gonna open the door. Well, let's see. Let's take a peek. Are they everywhere? Can you see them? Shit. Anyway, I need a shower. I'm not happy right now. I'm not happy. There's gecko lizards. There's big lizards, small lizards. You're trying to use the restroom and all of a sudden there's a lizard staring at you. I just looked up from using the restroom and saw that. If that thing landed on me, I would freak out. There are snakes, frogs, all kinds of stuff. The biggest hassle for me is ants. If you're in a restaurant, you see an ant crawling around your plate, just flick it off. No worries. There's tons of ants everywhere. If you complain about it, they're going to look at you like, okay, it's an ant. Flies. I don't like flies touching me, or mosquitoes. They make this stuff, what's that stuff called? That little...
Yadom.
Yadom. I'll show you a picture of it. You can buy this at every 7-Eleven store. You know, mosquito spray works, but it doesn't work for flies or gnats. This stuff, they don't like it at all, period. Just dab a little bit on your skin, your neck, your arms, your leg, and it deters most of them. It has worked really well for me. Bugs, yeah, lots of bugs in Thailand. Let's talk about food. A lot of people come to Thailand because of the food. This is where I got it from. It's good stuff. A lot of our Western stomachs can't handle the food in Thailand immediately, mainly because there's a little bit more bacteria in the food here than what we're used to. And in America, they have none. They done sucked it all out. Everything's pumped up with all kind of stuff. So to me, the food here is extremely healthy and pure. Fruit is awesome. When you go to buy fruit, don't try to buy just one. You have to buy at least a kilo or a bushel of bananas. What do you call?
Hello.
สับปะรดน้อยไหม
สับปะรด
มีสับปะรดน้อยน้อย
น้อยๆมีอยู่ประมาณน้ำนี้ป่ะ
โอ้ หวานไหม
หวานอร่อยเดี๋ยว
หวานบ่เปรี้ยว
เดี๋ยว
เดี๋ยวเลย
เจี๊ยบอันนี้อะไรมาเลย30 บาทอันนี้45
นี่45 บาท
45
ดี45
45 A lot of times I just wanted to get a couple of mangosteen or a couple of bananas and had to buy the whole damn bushel. And I didn't want to carry it around, so I just give it back to them. But it's so cheap, you can do that. The best food in Thailand, I think, is in the small places, food carts, mom and pop looking places. The food is very competitive here. Most of these people that are cooking have been sitting there for a long time, cooking the same thing over and over and over again. The food, if it's not healthy, if it's not sanitary, if it's not good, they won't be there very long. So normally the food is good, but I would carry charcoal tablets. You can buy these charcoal tablets anywhere. if you feel like you have eaten something that's not right, to me, you got a 50-50 shot by taking these charcoal tablets. Charcoal kills bacteria instantly, so we use that a lot in the military, but it's medicated charcoal. I would try not to eat a late lunch, like a pork-style lunch. So all this meat is really fresh. It was just butchered last night. It won't stay out longer than a couple hours.
And then put it back in the cooler.
And then they'll put it back on the cooler. See, that's on ice there. This is on ice. They usually only butcher what they need, what they know they're going to sell. The meat's usually pretty fresh, but it usually does. It sits out. It sits out in the weather and the bugs and all that. But make sure it's well cooked. But I would just try not to eat like late lunch pork stuff. I've had multiple bad experiences with that. But the food here is awesome. Some of the touristy areas, like in Bangkok, I find the food to be a little sweet. Then I like Isan food. To me is the best. But be careful, it's very spicy. But you can order food without pepper. Weather. Let's talk about the weather. The weather in Thailand is hot and wet. And when I mean wet, I mean like sweaty, sticky, humid, wet. A couple of people that have visited us we've seen they had brought little battery-powered fans, and they're cooling themselves down with it. That's a great idea. You may want to invest in a fan coming here because it is sticky hot. It's right now it rains at least once a day here. Sometimes a monsoon rain. The rainy season usually lasts about 3 months. Starting around November, the temperatures start to cool down and it starts to get really pleasant here around December, January. The weather gets nice and cool, especially up in the mountains and up in Chiang Mai. But yeah, it gets hot. I would bring sunscreen from your home. Sunscreen here is a little pricey. The sun here is extremely, extremely hot. Don't try to do like I'm going to get a base tan. If you try to go out there without lotion, you're going to end up in bed the next day or possibly in the hospital because it is hot. Bring sunscreen. They have it here. You don't have to bring it. You can buy it here. It's a little bit more than it would cost you back home. But yeah, it's a little, the Thai stuff is a little bit different. It has a whitening cream in it. They all want to be white. So most Thai people don't go out in the sun. You'll see them walking around in sweatshirts, hoodies, and umbrellas, so they don't get, they don't want to be dark. Drink plenty of water, of course. You want to stay hydrated, so beer, water, beer, water, beer. Get it? Yeah, make sure you drink plenty of water. Crime. Crime has been a big topic on my channel here lately about people wanting to know about crime. Yeah, there's crime everywhere. There's crime here. You're going to find a lot of crime in the touristy areas. Mostly crime here in those areas are pickpocketers, stealing passports, money. There's not a lot of robberies. There's not a lot of assaults on tourist people. The thing about it is criminals are opportunists. They're not smart and they're weak-minded. They're like buzzards. They're waiting for some victim to come who is maybe impaired because they're drunk and they're showing off their money or they have a lot of jewelry and they're by themselves. Don't be that person. Always be aware of your surroundings, especially if you're drinking. And just don't bring a lot of stuff out to show off. Yeah, just don't be flashy because you might get robbed. Don't get confrontational with people. You might find yourself with about 10 Thai men kicking the crap out of you. Just smile and walk away. Thai people are extremely friendly people. They're very forgiving people, and they're very courteous, especially to each other. You always see them lying, sawadee ka. They're very polite people. So they don't like it when other people are disrespectful. I don't think anybody does, right? So try to avoid confrontation with people. Just smile and walk away. Don't ever argue over money, because 100 baht is not a lot of money to us, and especially a lot of money to get confrontational about things. So most of the crime is down south, in a couple of provinces down south. You want to stay clear of that place. Just a lot of problems right now with mostly with the Muslim population and the military. Right now there's a lot of stuff going on down there. I would just avoid it if all possible. But crime is definitely, to me, I feel safer here in Thailand than I do back home in the States. I wouldn't worry too much about crime. If you find yourself in an accident, like you rented a moped and you accidentally hit somebody, or somebody hit you, instead of getting off and arguing, telling everybody this is your fault, a little bit of money will fix the problem. So a couple thousand baht, to me, that's about $50, a little over 50 bucks, or no, $60. Just to say, hey, no problem, sorry, here you go, and then you'll be done with it. If somebody gets hurt, other than you need to get them to the doctor, get them to the hospital. And I'm telling you, if you just take care of those bills and just take care of that circumstance, it'll just go away at little hassle and little cost to you. So unless you're carrying a camera around and you're videoing everything, just pay the money and be careful. Vendors in Thailand are a little bit pushy in the touristy areas, especially lottery vendors trying to sell you lottery tickets. Just smile and, if you can say, my ao ka, or no thank you, or whatever. I always say, mami chok, it means I have no luck, and so I don't want any. Or people will try to get you to come into the restaurant. Oh, yeah.
One lobster, 1,200 baht. Like the form one.
Okay.
Hope you come back later.
Okay, thank you very much. Kapun makap. That's why I cut.
Thai food, seafood.
Looks good, good. Kap. Sawasdee krap. สบายดีไหมครับ
สบายดีค่ะแอนดี้
Uh,
อาหารก่อนท้ายนะคะ
They're definitely wanting customers. They'll never really put their hands on you, but they are just a little pushy. So don't get irritated with them. Just smile, and if something, walk away. But a lot of people have this idea that you can negotiate everything here in Thailand. That's not really true, especially for tourists. If you're coming with a Thai person, I would let the Thai person do all the negotiating for the hotels and stuff like that. That's just the way it is. Foreigners, when they come here, they got a lot more money than Thai people, and they pay a different price. Is it fair? I don't know. Whatever. It's not that much money difference. But I always let my wife do the negotiating when traveling. But when you're in a market, and you're trying to buy a shirt and it says 100 baht, don't ask him for 75, or 50 baht, because you're buying one shirt. Now, if you try to buy 5 shirts, then yes, a lot of times they will offer you a discount at that time. But Silong me XL ไหม
2X เนี่ย
2X I can't see ตาไม่ดี
ตาไม่ดีนั่นน่ะตัวใหญ่ๆนะ
ร้อนจะมีร้อนน้อย
อันนี้มันมีไซส์เดียวไซส์ใหญ่ก็เลยขาย100เดียวธรรมดามัน100 บาท Only one, option.
Okay. How come? Most of those vendors all have the same prices, and it's competitive in there. One's not going to sell a shirt for 50 baht in most cases, and all the rest are selling for 100 baht. So, I see a lot where people trying to get 100 baht pair of pants for 50 baht, all the time, just trying to, and it gets annoying to them. And I've seen them actually kick them out of their stores before. So anyway, if you're buying a lot of stuff, yeah, you can definitely get a bargain on things, especially hotels. If you're staying somewhere for longer than a week, it's cheaper than a day, and a month is cheaper than a week. That's negotiable, always. Sex tourism in Thailand. Yeah, I think a lot of people come here for the ladies. A lot of that stuff happens in Pattaya, Phuket. It's known for that, right? So let's just talk a little bit about it. I'm going to refer you to a friend of mine, Simon. He's got a pretty good blog. He's got a lot of great tips on how to do that professionally, I guess. Anyway, to do it respectively and not get in trouble, it's against the law, so you need to know that for sure. There's a backside to prostitution in Thailand that, these women are very beautiful, and they'll say things to you that you probably don't hear back home, and maybe a girl like this never would approach you back home, and you might fall in love with her. So this is just a money thing for them. They don't care about you personally, and the sexual interaction is just work, a business venture for them. But a lot of times, guys will fall in love with these girls and want to take them away, save them, from their misery. And maybe the girl thinks that, oh, this is the guy that can take care of me and save me from this. But a lot of times what happens is these girls, they have a mama-san they owe money to. They've bailed them out of something, or they've given them a lot of money and they're having to work to pay this off. If you decide that you're going to try to save this girl, you need to make sure that you take care of her debts, because you might find out that somebody is going to be very upset with you, and you might accidentally commit suicide off of your condo balcony, because that happens a lot in Thailand. Somehow people just, commit suicide. But a lot of times stuff happens because the girl owes money, and there's definitely a communication problem when they don't want to really tell you their business, or they really can't, they don't know how. So find out for sure. If you're taking it, it's the same as taking a girl out of a bar. She works for that bar. She brings money in for that bar. If you take her out of that bar, you have to pay the bar fine, because you're taking money from them. So whatever that girl would generate for that bar, you're having to pay the bar to take her out of there, depending on how long, So be careful with that stuff. Anyway, that's a different story. Got too deep into that. But Simon, watch his videos. If that's something that you're here to do, just be really careful. There are a lot of scams in that, especially katoys, stealing your money and this and that, robbing you. Be careful. That's about it. Those are some of the things that you can expect when coming to Thailand. If it was useful for you, then great. If not, maybe your experiences are a little bit different. This is all coming from Thai people. I have a lot of friends that are in Phuket and Pattaya that have business there and that live there. So there's a lot of backstories about what goes on in those areas. But just be careful. Thailand's a beautiful place. The land of smiles. It's inexpensive here. But I love it here. I live here. And enjoy your trip. And thanks for watching me. If you like the channel, subscribe. If you like. If you don't like, then watch some of my other videos. Maybe you'll like them. But thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see y'all on the next video.